From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
So the main reason why many of you come to weathernorcal.com or Weather NorCal in general is because, give the most accurate and most reliable forecast that you can find for the area. But did you know that there are other things outside of the weather that are also available at Weather NorCal? One of them is NorCal Ag. NorCal Ag affects us all. And so what we do here at Weather NorCal is go out to different parts of the community, go to different ranches, go to different farmers, interview them, learn more about our ag community, and it has a big impact on us. So it's really interesting. Have some fun too. So go to weathernorcal.com. You go to the Ag Report, NorCal Ag, right? You can also access all of this from the free Weather NorCal app. Do you have the NorCal app? Yeah, you got to make sure you got the Weather NorCal app. But from the free Weather NorCal app, click on NorCal Ag, boom, you're watching it. And the thing is, you can watch all of the episodes that are available. So you can binge watch it and just keep watching it, pop up some popcorn and learn more about the ag community out here. It's really interesting. So the headlines is calling for temperatures to start dropping as we go into tomorrow. So the temperatures are on the downward trend. That's good. The bad is we still have high fire danger. Also, we have more thunderstorms in the forecast for some in the mountains. Now, not as hot this weekend, but there is another heat wave early next week. But stick around because we're going to talk about how that's not going to last forever. You can take a look at your neighborhood forecast at a glance. Yeah, we're starting to see the downward trend. Is it still hot? Absolutely. But at least we're on that downward trend. And there you can see that chance for showers and thunderstorms from Modoc County in the eastern mountains. A closer look at that here in a second. Now we're still seeing that trend where the winds are fairly calm in the morning. They pick up in the afternoon. And for the valley, they're generally from the south, eastern mountains from the west, and still that north wind for the coast. Once again, Saturday morning, the winds die down. They pick back up in the afternoon and still a little gusty at times for the valley. Gusty west winds westward in the eastern mountains, that is, westerly winds. And of course, the north winds for the north coast. Now, the fire danger is still going to be high, as I mentioned. You can see here a lot of the deep oranges and reds. That's in the high to very high range. That's what we have in store for us for your Friday. Now, notice Saturday, we're not seeing as high fire danger. It's still high, but not as high. And the reason being, temperatures are dropping this weekend. Now, we still have the excessive heat warning through this evening. That will be allowed to expire later on this evening and tonight. But when we look at the overall trend here, and these are the heat risks, so the heat risk for tomorrow is still within that moderate to major range, so we still need to take care of ourselves and watch our neighbors and friends and family. But you'll notice the trend here. As we go into Saturday, we're getting a lot of yellows on the map. That is the minor to moderate category. We go into Sunday, you see how it's kind of the same situation. We're not going to see much change. So cooler or not as hot over the weekend. But look at this, by Monday, we're getting more into the major category. And by Tuesday, even more so. But after Tuesday, we'll actually start to see this begin to drop again. So not all hope is lost. Let's take a look at what's going on. Here's the ridge of high pressure that's been impacting us this weekend. It's been giving us the hot temperatures. But this is moving to the east. What that will do is, think of the dome of high pressure like this. The bigger the dome, the hotter the temperatures. So when you have something like this, a trough of low pressure, cooler air, what it does is it causes the dome to lower, not as high of a dome. And as a result, temperatures not as hot either. So you can see that dome of high pressure shifting to the south and east. We start to see temperatures drop over the weekend. Now, once that moves out, that heat will continue to dive to the south. But we've got another ridge right here that's trying to build in. Now, it is going to be semi-successful in the fact that we're going to be looking at temperatures over 100 degrees again for Monday, Tuesday, even quite possibly into Wednesday of next week as that tries to build in. But why can't it build as strong as it'd like to? This up here. We've got storms over the Gulf of Alaska that are kind of pushing through into Canada, and eventually toward the end of next week, next Friday, look at this, a trough of low pressure actually moving to the south and east. That's going to keep this heat and even this heat here from building in. And as a result, we continue that downward trend toward the end of next week and even into that next weekend. So here's the trend. Down this weekend, back up again, back down. That's what we have for the valley. We take a look at the mountains. Same story. Down, not up as high dramatically, but then back down again as we go into Thursday, Friday. For the coast, this is always just for fun, right? You're going to actually get closer to normal. We'll still be slightly above normal here through the weekend, early next week, but by Wednesday, Thursday, maybe back down closer to 61, 62 for those daytime highs. So here's a look at Futurecast. You know, we did see some of those thunderstorms. We're going to be looking at more thunderstorms in the forecast here as we take you into your Friday afternoon. So there you can see northeastern Lassen, parts of eastern Plumas. And look at this. We're also seeing a little bit of activity approaching northern Siskiyou. Now, we're still going to be looking at the potential for some more fog along the coast here as we go into Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Now, the bigger focus will be on Siskiyou County. Look at 2 p.m. Saturday. This is Highway 3. This right here is Scott Valley. So Etna, Fort Jones, Callahan, Greenville, you could all be looking at the potential for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. And then places like Weed, Wairika, Mount Shasta, all seeing that chance, not to mention around Doris, northeastern Siskiyou County as well. This is where we have the best potential on Saturday. Notice we're not seeing anything really popping up in Modoc or Lassen counties. I'm still keeping the chance in there, but Futurecast has done a really good job in forecasting where those thunderstorms are going to be. So there you can see the wave heights are dropping for Saturday afternoon. For Friday afternoon, that is. Saturday morning, not that bad, but then they'll start to pick back up again. Looks like for Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. So no advisories. There still is a small corrected advisory this evening, but that'll be lifted by tonight and into tomorrow, with northwest winds at about 5 to 10 knots. All right, so let's take a look at your forecast here for tonight. Temperatures still warm in the valley tonight. We'll be lucky if we drop out of the 70s. In fact, we'll probably be more like the low to mid 70s tonight. Not as warm for the mountains, but still mild, especially this time of the year, and low 50s along the coast. So we take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the 90s, even some triple digits in there, dropping, going back up early next week, and then another dip in those temperatures for the end of next week. Central, southern Humboldt County, there you can see those temperatures mainly in the mid 60s, give or take, for the next 7 days, but looking at dry conditions. 95 in Orleans tomorrow, 98 degrees for Willow Creek, 96 degrees for Hoopa, but there's Oric, Trinidad, right around 71 and 67 degrees for McKinleyville. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, there's the chance for showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. Otherwise tomorrow, you're looking at mainly sunny skies and warm temperatures once again. 93 for High and Cal Pines, 93 also for Alturas, and looks like 90 in Aden. And for the eastern mountains, off and on chances for showers. Now again, that's mainly in the afternoon hours for Friday. Saturday, the chances will be slimmer. As I mentioned, most of it on Saturday will probably be in Siskiyou County. Temperatures in the upper 90s, about 100 degrees here for the south end of the valley here. Your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. 102 out in the city of Shasta Lake, 103 for Redding, and 102 for Red Bluff. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast for Redding. We're down to the upper 90s over the weekend. There is that next heat wave for early next week before we see another dip in our temperatures toward the end of next week.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with this great offer on the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, outstanding acceleration and handling with cargo, and a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get the Sidekick now for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months or save $1,000.
Tractors, trailers, rentals.
You do it all, we do it local.